Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Transformers earthspark Optimus Prime figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We'll then have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We can see how he displays and compares with another earthspark figure that's been released, and indeed how he sizes up to some more mainstream generations figures as well. So first and foremost, as I'm cutting him open, thank you to everybody for the support, sticking with me on this channel as I go through the transition progress of starting up my new room. So this is definitely not my normal reviewing space. This is unfortunately, well I suppose this is luckily for me, I can do this at work. And yeah, as I say, thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to try and cut this open. As you can see, the good thing about these figures is there is no accessories with him. If I cut through here, you'll be able to see we can just fold down the front. There we go. And then the same on these side parts. And then this will set him free. The other good thing about these boxes, as I've said with my other reviews, is that I can now flat pack this and there's no plastic in it, so it won't take up too much space. So this is classed as a warrior class figure. You can see there on the side, we've got the instructions and the safety part there. And what I'm going to do now then is just cut these they're not tie wraps, they're just little pieces of, well, they're rope, aren't they? Bits of rope, setting him free from this so I can take him straight out and go straight into some first impressions. You could, if you wanted to, go to the back and untie all of them just to set him free, but obviously due to time on this video, I wanted to get him out of the packaging as soon as possible. Right, there we go then. Let's have a look at some first impressions. So we can already see the legs are stuck together. It does look super basic, it feels light and super basic, but it doesn't look too bad. So we've got head articulation, yep, all the way around, no looking up and down. The shoulders, as we can see, are on a ball and socket, so they'll go all the way around. Same as the biceps. The waist does have a swivel. We've got ball and sockets on the hips, and we've got ball and socket in the knees. The feet, oh, maybe these should fold out actually. Yep, there we go, but there's no articulation, and of course there's some big gaps there. This does just feel like a upscaled core class figure. It doesn't look too bad. It feels exactly, I suppose, what it should be. The fact that it is aimed at, oh, there's a weapon here. Let's have a look at this. Let's fold this out. Wow, there you go. As I say, with all my videos, if you're new to this channel, all of my videos are all exactly that. They're first impressions. I've not seen any other videos on these figures, and that's how I like to do it. So there you go, that's not too bad at all. That's really quite good. That's a proper generation one sort of pose there, which I'm really liking. So first impression is exactly that, basic, but let's be honest, look at the age group and I suppose the demographic, what it's aimed for. It's brilliant. It looks, yeah, I suppose a bit of an upgraded Cyberverse figure, but I think more so a larger upscaled core class. Right, let's have a look at him in his alternate mode and see what he looks like there. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, in the alternate mode already. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. That's for a couple of reasons. One, to keep the main length of the video down, and two, not to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want it spoiling for themselves. I distinctly remember as a child loving the fact that I could, you know, the challenge of doing that first transformation process for myself. However, for people who do want to see it, it will be separately uploaded. And the other thing as well is, I've got to be honest, for a figure that's, I suppose it's got 14 steps to transform, or whether or not it's just me or the fact that it's the first time it's been transformed, I really struggled with it. And the main reason is you've got to try and get these tabbed into the back, these tabs tabbed into the underside, which are his thighs, and indeed the fist tab underneath as well. And it really was quite tricky. It could just be, as I say, the fact that it was the first time I was transforming him. We'll see as I do, well, I suppose as I have a couple more goes and indeed get the video ready for you. Again, as you can see, it's as basic as you're going to get. It's not too bad. We've got the axe on the underside there, and as you can see the legs have just folded over, and indeed the forearms have folded out, very reminiscent of the G1 figure itself. The wheels do go round, which again is important because it's a kid's toy. I like the fact it's got some little smokestacks, because even some of the G1 reissues don't even have the smokestacks, so it's good to see them. With regards to detail, I've obviously got the bits which are on his legs, and the wheels are all the one colour. As I said, it's Pretty basic, but it's not too bad. What we're going to do then, we're going to come back for a few comparisons and some final thoughts right now. Okay, back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and we're going to do some comparisons in a second. Just a few final thoughts. As I said in the first part, it does feel like a scaled up core class figure. I was just wondering how much this cost in the rest of the world. If you'd let me know in the comments, please, because as I say, for £15, which is about $20, we've got what you would expect with normal core class figures with the big gaps everywhere. I was just wondering, as I say, because it just seems like a slightly it could be the import prices that we're paying on them, I'm not too sure. The transformation process back was much more simple, even though the shoulder bits popped off, which you'll see, and again hopefully it'll free up a little bit more the more times I do it. With regards to scale and height, here is crankcase from the Legacy toy line. It's about the same height and same size, and here is Skywarp from the same toy line, and she is pretty much exactly the same height. Once again, I will do some more comparisons with some other Optimus Prime figures as soon as I'm back in my room. So thank you ever so much for the support, and again, still watching these video reviews. Let me know in the comments what you think of them, and again, is it something that you're interested in, or are you maybe perhaps buying them for someone else? Like I'm going to let my son have a good go with these afterwards as well. Not a bad figure overall, and a good representation of what he looks like in the cartoon, which I suppose is all that matters. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care.